Yo, it's your brother True Jew here again with another video for y'all. I briefly wanted to talk about what the wilderness is and what it isn't. I know it's a lot of people wondering exactly where to go in these last days of this system, this society that we all living in, this Babylonian beast system that's crumbling all before us. We feel the energy, we feel what's going on right now. And it's a lot of people wondering, what is the wilderness? Well, simply put, the wilderness is any place where you still have access to natural resources. The wilderness is any place where you have access to deer, elk, fish, um, timber, okay, fresh water through water streams. You might even have access to ponds. Ponds aren't really considered moving bodies of water, unless they are filled up constantly with maybe fresh rainwater or they have an outlet that drains the water and keeps it moving. Most standstill ponds or standalone ponds have to be tended to so that algae buildup and all those things don't take place. But for the most part, if you kept uh, fish or anything in the pond and you had time to actually put some fish into the pond, then that pond might suffice you in a survival situation where you could actually drink from the water. But the wilderness is any place, once again, where you still have access to natural resources outside of a main city structure, outside of a city government, state government type situation. You hear a lot of people talk about living off grid. You hear a lot of people talking about moving out to no man's land. That no man's land thing is kind of a tricky situation because some people have construed or taken the wilderness to mean arid desert places, deserted places, places in the desert, places that are way outside of any natural resources as well. From what I've been led to see in my own experience, I would stay away from those type of areas if I was actually looking for a place in the wilderness to set up camp, to set up a homestead, to set up something that I could live on while the system around us crumbles. A desert, even though it's way out the way, considered no man's land, it's not going to have natural resources that you can utilize when things shut down. It's not going to have the amenities that you would need to access in order to survive and to keep your family safe. So my advice is to look for a place within the United States. Let's say you're in the United States, for instance. You don't have to leave. You don't have to go outside of this country. You don't have to get your family and pack up like that. What I would suggest, though, is you begin looking for some acreage of land, maybe 2 to 10 acres of land that you can actually grow on, okay, grow crops on, and enough acreage of land to build a small home or a home that would be suitable for your family. An acre of land is more than enough land for you and your family to survive on as far as crops are concerned. So I would really look into that. And then if that acreage of land has access to timber, fresh water, you see wildlife flowing through it, then I would really pay attention to that land. Um, in these days that we're living in, you want to get your resources up and you really want to focus on getting out of the city. The city governments are structured in a way where they're controlling and they're used to funnel the residents. You're not going to own the land that your home sits on anyway. So what I suggest is if you're in a position where you could sell your property now and actually get a profit from your property, go ahead on and consider selling that property. All right?